Forget coins, forget mining, forget prices entirely. We are going to build digital money from scratch and do it badly, because every time we fix one thing, a new problem appears. Follow those problems far enough, and you invent a blockchain without meaning to. Start small. You and a few flatmates are tired of settling up in cash, so you stick a notebook on the fridge. Alice pays Bob 10. Bob pays Carol 4. At the end of the month, you add it up and settle the difference. Notice there are no coins anywhere in this. The list is the money. It works for two reasons. You trust each other, and there is exactly one notebook. Now scale it up. Not flatmates, the whole world. There cannot be one notebook on one fridge, so everybody keeps their own copy. When you want to pay somebody, you announce it, and everyone writes it into their copy. And it breaks immediately, because now I can announce that Bob pays me 1,000, and Bob never agreed to anything. Every copy dutifully writes it down. So, we need a way to prove a line was genuinely authorized by the pair, and we already have exactly that, digital signatures. Every entry is signed with the payer's private key, and anybody can check it against their public key. Forge a line and the signature does not verify, so every honest copy throws it away. Now, every entry is signed and nobody can forge one. Pause the video here and ask yourself the important question. Is the list trustworthy now? What is still broken? Here is what is still broken, and it is the problem that everything else in this series exists to solve. Alice has 10. She signs a payment of 10 to Bob and announces it to one half of the network. At the very same moment, she signs a payment of the same 10 to Carol and announces that to the other half. Both signatures are perfect. Both were genuinely made by Alice. Nobody forged anything at all. But Bob's copy of the list now says she paid him, and Carol's copy says she paid Carol. Two versions of reality, both completely valid, and Alice has just spent the same 10 twice. This is called double spending. And notice carefully what the actual problem is, because it is not what people assume. It is not authenticity. Signatures solve that completely. The problem is order. Whichever payment came first ought to win, and there is no first, because there is no single list. So, the hard part of digital money was never the money. It's getting thousands of separate copies to agree on one order of events when nobody's in charge, and some participants are actively lying. And now you can see what a bank actually is in this story. Not a vault full of cash. A bank is simply the one copy that everybody agreed to accept. It solves ordering by being the only list that counts, and you pay for that convenience by trusting whoever holds it. So here's the question that the rest of this series answers. Can you get that same agreement with nobody in charge at all? Next time, the first piece of the answer, which is making a list that nobody can quietly rewrite.